Quad bunk in the bunkhouse super slide with a sofa and a dinette. Bath and a half floor plan plus not one, but two fireplaces. Folks, this right here is the 2021 SportTrek Touring Edition 343 VBH. All right, folks, if you're looking for a family bath and a half floor plan with top-end amenities, this right here is one you certainly want to pay attention to. When we talk about high-end amenities, you can't have it without solid surface countertops. And folks, that's one of the things you see as soon as you walk in this coach is the beautiful solid surface, plenty of countertop space. You know, and you have the undermounted sink, but they give you the drying rack that goes all the way across. Plus, you have all this space over here, perfect spot for a coffee maker, electrical outlet right up top, exactly where you want it, and you have the recessed cooktop, so you can utilize this as prep space as well. Something else that I think is pretty unique, Venture and SportTrek, they've done a great job of kind of giving a little more customization to some of their RVs, and this right here I think is one of those. I think this is really cool. It has like this customized cutting board with a holder. The neat thing about this is you can take it off. I personally would flip it over so that you have one side that stays nice looking, and then take a look at this. Boom, can drop that right in there. So I have a drying rack on one side, cutting board on the other. Then when I'm done with it, again, I can hide the ugly side, right? Wash it off if I have to, and then put it right back up. I think that's kind of a cool little touch that, you know, again, you just don't normally see. You also notice the oil rub bronze. So we have that for our fixture as well as our pulls. Helps kind of bring all of that together. I do like the faucet. I think it's very attractive. Moving over to the side, as I mentioned, is that recessed 3-burner cooktop. This just kind of folds up and back, doubles as a backsplash there. And then comes with a Furion branded oven. Knobs do light up. If you push down on this switch, it also lights up the oven. The top is the knobs only. If we take a look in front of the sink right up here, I'll hit these real quick, then we'll go around to the other side. So you see this top one is just a drop down. The next three, though, are good sized drawers. So you have a spot for, you know, flatware, towels, whatever else you got to put in there. Coming around to the front. Open this up right here. And this is cool because you do have big storage right there, which I like. Great for pots and pans. Not the most convenient spot to get to it for your kitchen, but I do like the storage access. And then also, as soon as you walk in, a couple different things. One, you'll see this one is wired for solar. So if you want solar up on the roof, you'll be good to go. That's where your controller will go. Also, they have an easy control panel. I like this for a couple of reasons. One, it's clean, it's easy to use, easy to read and understand, and also they mount it at high so that kids, you know, if it's a bunkhouse, if you have little ones, they're not going to come in here and start pushing all the buttons. I know my kids, they'd be all over that. I'd have a slide running in and out, having lights flickering on and off. You'll also see a spot for jackets as soon as you walk in, so you have a place to hang those up, and I certainly enjoy that as well. Making our way back into the kitchen, and maybe you noticed, folks, but they have a couple different wood colors in here. We'll kind of see that as they go throughout. You have an accent wall. I'll show you in a little bit. You kind of have some of this like darker brown wood right here. You have like a little bit lighter wood, a little bit kind of in that entryway that we saw, right? And then you have the really light cabinets in the kitchen. So a couple different wood patterns, but I think it honestly all blends together very well. A lot of times I feel like if you use too much wood, like different wood patterns, it doesn't work. But personally, my feeling, I think they did pretty good. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you like what they did with the wood? Would you prefer just all one color? Let me know. You'll see right here, this is the Furion 12-volt driven, compressor-driven refrigerator. You gotta love that. The cool thing about this, if you have a couple batteries and solar, that bad boy will run almost indefinitely because it does just run off your 12-volt batteries, but it's very low power draw. You'll also see good storage underneath. They didn't waste any space. A lot of manufacturers will mount the refrigerator lower and put a cabinet up top, but that cabinet's hard to get to. This freezer compartment is still easy to, if I close this drawer, still easy to get to, and I get the drawer space down below that, again, is very usable. So I like the way they did that. Right over to this side, as I mentioned, a little bit darker door there, but this gets us into the half bath, because as I previously mentioned, this is a bath and a half floor plan, and I love this. The fact that it's easy access to the bunk room, right? Kids want to come in and use the bathroom, they can. I also have the access to the outside right here. So if I need to come in and use the restroom, I can do my business, head right back out. There is a window to let in light. That's going to be more if you're doing makeup, looking in the mirror, something like that. If you're using the restroom, there's a shade right here you can close down. It's between on the other side of the screen here. You can close that, shut it. That way you do have your privacy. Also, you'll notice this guy. It's a motion sensor light. So if you're out at the campfire, need to come in and use the bathroom, as soon as you open the door, that guy pops on for you so you can do your business, head right back out. Or again, if you're getting up in the middle of the night, whether, it be from the bedroom, well, you probably use the master one up there, but if both of you have to get up, or again, if the kids are getting up, it just gives enough light so they can see what they're doing. Upgraded countertops here as well. It's not necessarily solid surface, but it is a thermoform, so it's upgraded over a T-mold. You have the nice stainless steel bowl, plus a single pillar, kind of higher rise faucet there. I do like this, being the single hole. I think it looks a lot cleaner. It looks nicer than having like the big shroud on like your 4-inch centered faucet. And also, there's plenty of space here to wash your hands. Electrical outlet, nice finished mirrored medicine cabinet with wood and everything. Then, of course, you have the vent fan up top when you're done doing your business. It also is worth mentioning, folks, that's a porcelain bowl. If you know me, you know that's important because, I have to clean it. I want to make sure it looks nice. I don't want it to look gross after a few years. And porcelain will definitely look nicer for longer. Make our way back a little bit further. You got some storage right in here, right? Maybe some extra pantry storage, probably what I'd use it for. Throw some snacks in there. Coming in the very back here is the bunk room. You will see this. Nice little, again, I talk about little additions. That's one of them right there, right? So you can put a family picture, maybe your first camping trip. Put it up there, right? Kind of memorialize, maybe is the right word, of, all your camping experiences. I think that'd be pretty cool. Your maiden voyage. In the back here are your bunks. So nice strong bunks on here. You'll see the top one is a little bit bigger. 500-pound weight capacity on this top double bunk, folks. That's a big deal. 250 on the single bunks, both on this side and the other side. But again, quad bunk back here. The bottom one is a sofa that, as you see, drops down just like that. You'll also notice there's a spot for a table. So if you want to have this up in a sofa form and have a meal back here, you can. Storage all underneath and a built-in ladder so you can quickly and easily climb onto the top bunk. You will also see the TV backer is mounted on the back wall, and I think that is actually really smart because that way all 4 bunks can see it. Now on the other side, come on in here a second, Aaron. If we flip this around, I do just want to show you, because this is important to me at least, is all of the storage. Now, because the depth here, or the width maybe might not be enough to have, the depth wouldn't be enough to have rods because the hangers wouldn't be able to fit. So they flipped it so that your hangers will stack front to back. That way you do have space to hang the clothes in here. Plus you got a little bit of storage right up top there. I always love when they put in a spot for the kids' clothes because far too often they don't. Again, vent fan, or not a vent fan, but a vent up top. You need to quickly get out some air. You will also notice USB ports here, folks. So that way if the kiddos have phones, tablets, whatever, they want to plug in and play on those, they can sit there and charge. Makes time pass, right, on a rainy day. Then we talk about our super slide. I really like this light fixture. It's kind of cool with like the chicken wire cage going around it. Very, kind of, again, that farmhouse theme, kind of like we have with our kitchen cabinets. Beautiful, comfortable furniture. You kind of have like the living edge look table. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on the living edge in RVs. I understand what they're trying to do, but because it is wrapped, I'm not sold yet. You guys let me know what you think. Do you like the living edge look? Would you prefer just a normal table? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. You will also see storage underneath. Now, one of my things that I really do like is this. They have storage bins. Folks, these are probably not expensive bins for them to buy, but that's a huge value to me because if I'm buying this RV, I don't want to have to try to measure it out and size those bins and find them and hunt them down. I love that they come straight from the manufacturer because this makes accessing anything in there so much easier. I don't have to get down on my hands and knees. I can pull it out, get what I need to, and go. If it's stuff for outside that I store under there, I can just take that whole bin outside and go, right? So big advantages to having those. You'll see I'm lit up probably like a Christmas tree on camera. The reason being, straight up top is the skylight. You do have, if you want to close that off, you can, but it definitely helps bring a lot of natural light in here. Sofa over to the side, Thomas Paine, nice and comfortable sofa. The thing I love about this, folks, is not only is it comfortable to sit on, but this also does fold out into a very comfortable bed. It is a tri-fold sofa. Another big thing for me, again, I talk about the little touches. The throw pillows. I really like the style of these throw pillows. I know that's a ridiculous thing to say when you're RV shopping, But something like this, again, I don't have to go out and find something that's going to coordinate with colors. They've already done it for me. It's one of those little touches just a lot of manufacturers don't put into their RV, and I like it. I like when they do it. Storage across the top. I should say I like when they do it well. How's that? And speaking of doing it well, let's take a look at the entertainment center. So I talked about having different woods, and again, you can see it right here, right? It has kind of more like a shiplap look, so a little bit different, but it's an accent wall. It pops, it works. You have the TV right there. Again, kind of the living edge countertop right up above. Still not sold, still not in love with it. I don't hate it. I'm just not completely in love with it. Right down underneath, storage on both sides there, plus you have the multimedia center. This is a DVD player hooked up into the TV if you want to watch a movie. And you will see the fireplace right underneath, folks. Great thing about that, not only does that look really nice, but that's also a space heater. So if you have shore power, you can fire that guy on. It'll help you stay nice and toasty in this main living area. Now, if it's freezing outside, you're gonna need to run the furnace. But again, if it's just starting to get chilly, that one right there is great. Make your way through the master bath with me. So again, take a seat on the toilet, great shoulder space, good leg space, porcelain bowl right here. Same style countertop as the half bath, same thing with our sink and faucet. Underneath you have plumbing access plus more space right down there, which I like. You can probably, might be able to fit a small trash can in there even. It'd be pretty small, maybe not. But it's still good storage space for toilet paper, things like that. Again, your mirrored medicine cabinet, electrical outlet, and the Levelmate Pro. This is really cool. It's a system that connects to your phone through an app via Bluetooth. And basically what it does is you put in a bunch of stats on your trailer and it will let you know when your trailer is level. So when you use that is when you're backing up into your campsite, you can look at your phone, see where the most level spot of the campsite is, so that way you don't have to use as many blocks. Block it up nice and easy, maybe just use a block or two, and you should be level, which is pretty cool. Unless you have a really unlevel campsite, but it'll let you know that. And then when we step into the shower, Neo Angle shower. What's great about the Neo Angle? Well, when I shut this door, I can still turn sideways, right? I can turn all the way around in here. I can't say that for all showers. I am 6 foot. I can stand in here no problem at all. I have plenty of room thanks to that skylight. You know, they went with the oil rub bronze hand wand, right? A little bit nicer hand wands than you normally get. Normally it's just like the white plastic. They upgraded it. Again, I appreciate small touches like that. I think it adds something to the shower. And once again, you do have that courtesy light in here. And then as we come up to the very front, guys, take a look at that bed. Tell me that's not cute. They did a great job. Again, I think the styling, it works. It's clean. It's simple. I like the throw pillows. I know it's something that, you know, maybe is kind of minor in your eyes, but I just like the touches. I think they did a great job on the design in this particular unit. Right up top, you will see some extra storage there right in the middle, electrical outlet and USB ports. Again, if we take a look up front here, you can see hanging rod, right? You have, or not a rod, but the spot for hangers. I don't know, what would you call that, Aaron? It's not a rod. What is it? A hanger thing?
A hanger hanger.
A hanger hanger. There you go. You have a hanger hanger right there. Right up top, you have a little shelf, electrical outlet, so if you need to plug anything in, you know, they do give you a little spot for that, which is kind of nice. They have that on both sides. And that beautiful front windshield. We'll take another look at that when we go outside. That has a gorgeous front cap on there. A lot of manufacturers are taking that away. The Touring Edition does give you that front cap, and I love it. Some additional storage here. And last thing I do want to hit on, folks, right here at the foot of the bed, there's a couple quick things. One of them, if you want a TV, there is a spot to put a TV right there. Connection on the top. This one is also pre-wired for Wi-Fi if you want it. That is a separate service through a cell plan, but you have that option. Storage galore in here, and a second fireplace. And what do I love about this? Well, I probably wouldn't fire it up on a day like today because it's almost 90 degrees outside, but if it's a little bit colder, this is a smaller room, folks. This right here will actually do a pretty darn good job of keeping it nice and toasty on a colder evening. With the slide all closed up, you will see, unfortunately, there is no walkway between the countertop and the dinette. So you're not going to be able to get to this side from the main entrance. But if you remember, as we were going through, you have a secondary entrance into the bathroom. So rather than using the primary, you'll use the secondary entrance. That will give you full access to the bathroom itself. And if you need to come in and use or get to the refrigerator, you can see you can do that no problem too. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2021 Venture RV SportTrek Touring Edition 343 VBH. Starting off up front, I I really like having a power tongue jack, folks. This makes it so much easier to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You literally just flip a rocker switch that will raise and lower the tongue. Then you have a light up there for some added visibility at night. And pretty much like every mechanical component on an RV, right? Whether it's a tongue jack, whether it's a slide, anything that has a motor always has an override. So in the rare event this does fail, you do have an override so you're not stuck out at your campsite. Behind that, you have two 30-pound propane tanks. Most of the time on travel trailers, you get two 20s. They want to make sure you stay nice and toasty. Now they give you two fireplaces, give you two larger propane tanks. That way, again, you can stay out a little bit longer. Making right back behind that, you have rails for your battery. You can fit two batteries there if you so choose, and you will see the battery disconnects. That way you can quickly and easily just kill power to those batteries so there's not that slow drain. And one of my favorite parts, folks, is this right here. This is a true front cap. What do I mean by that? Well, if you take a look, this is a molded front cap, and it comes around the side. A lot of manufacturers have gone to what's called a 3/4 front cap, where the seam is still right here, right? It's still in the front. It doesn't come all the way over. This is a one-piece molded cap, and when it comes over like that, that really helps prevent water penetration because, you know, those driving winds as you're going down the road, that wind and that rain, it's not getting into the seam. It has to go all the way around and then back in through this way to be able to get into there, and it's just not gonna happen. So I really like having a front cap. Plus, it adds a little more insulation value, so that way you can stay a little bit more comfortable. And then you can see an actual windshield. We saw that inside. A lot of manufacturers trying to save a little bit of money by just painting it black on the front, trying to make it look like a windshield. This is a true windshield on there. So again, it lets in all that natural light, looks beautiful. You have LED lights all over the thing. I love having a true front cap. It really is a sign of a quality travel trailer in my opinion. And it makes sense because they're not cheap to put on. Then if you take a look at the pass-through, if I have to, have one complaint about this travel trailer, this is probably it, right? You just don't have a ton of pass-through storage. You get so much storage inside that they had to sacrifice somewhere, and as you can see, you did sacrifice a little bit right here, but for me, that is worth it. And you can see, of course, that it is lit in there as well. If we take a look underneath, you will see that you have two controls up here for your power stabilizer jacks. Why? Because each one is individually controlled. You have two controls up here, two in the back. And that's wonderful. So again, you get more control over those stabilizer jacks. Huck bolt frame on here instead of being welded. That not only helps in case you have any kind of damage you need to repair, but also they say the #1 place for rust to start is at a weld. So hopefully by reducing some of those welds, you'll help reduce the chance of rust starting there. Spare tire is mounted underneath. Not my favorite place to put it. I'd much rather it be on back, but there is a spare there. And then you have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly. So that way if you are camping in a little bit colder conditions, hopefully things won't freeze up on you, and also keeps out all that road grime. If you take a look at the windows, you will see this one has frameless windows on there. Beautiful aesthetically also, because the way they open, they essentially tilt open. It allows you to have them open while it's raining. Unless it's a sideways rain, you'll still get some airflow through there, but a bunch of rain is not going to get in the camper. Plus, helps better protect the seals because they're tucked behind the glass. You have the Carefree of Colorado power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to roll it right back in. Super nice and easy to use. Your main entrance gets the upgraded More Ride Step Above step system. This does just fold right into your door to put it away. Aluminum treads on there with the grip tape, plus the larger grab handle makes this very easy and very controlled when entering or exiting the RV. Another feature that I like, it's kind of handy, is this guy right here. You have a little bottle opener, right? So you can just pop that open. I like it. I would use it. Aaron, would you use it?
Absolutely.
See, there you go. One of the cool things too, right, is they actually upgraded this a few years ago. They had one, and it wasn't quite as good a quality, and it started rusting out a little bit. They quickly got feedback on that one and incorporated something that looks nicer and works much better. Right here is going to be your fresh water fill. So if you're going somewhere you don't have water hookup, you want to make sure to fill the fresh water tank. That'll be the place to do it. Electrical outlet back here. Secondary entrance directly into the bathroom. So after you do open a couple bottles, you need to use that bathroom, need to break the seal, it's easy to access that bathroom. And then in the back, oh man, do I love this. This looks nice, it's functional, you have a TV right here. It already provides shade thanks to this, so you're able to see the screen, set up a bunch of chairs. It's backlit with a LED light right here, which looks fancy. Storage in the sides. You got speakers if you want to listen to music. DVD player right there if you want to pop in a movie, if you want to do some cooking. Boom, 2-burner cooktop, plus you have a sink here and your little handy dandy faucet adapter. This guy just boop, pops right into there. Hot and cold water access, stainless steel bowl. Something we don't see very often in outside kitchens. I'm telling you, they're putting some higher end stuff in this bad mamma jamma. Helps if I lock that in place. And then right over to this side is your fridge. So again, you need a place to put those bottles that you're gonna use that bottle opener with. That is the place they will go. Coming around to the back, square tubular bumper with end cap gives you a convenient spot to store your sewer hose. You have an accessory hitch on there. That one can carry up to 250 pounds. So it's basically meant for like a bike rack that you can put in there. But again, if you have a rack and you just want to put, totes, something like that on it, maybe some firewood, you can. But again, just bear in mind a 250 pound weight capacity. Black tank flush. What? You have two. That's right. You have two black tanks, folks. You have two bathrooms. Want to be able to wash them both out? Boom. Now you can. Makes it easy. Getting up to the roof, you have the you have the rear mounted ladder to get up to the fully walkable roof. 250 pound weight capacity on that one as well. And then you will see right up top there is your backup camera prep. So in the event you want a backup camera, having that prep does make it a lot easier to install, meaning it'll save you some money on labor. Coming up front a little bit further, a couple quick things. If we take a look here, 50 amp power supply will plug in right there. Why is it 50 amp? Well, you got two fireplaces and a AC. You're gonna need 50 amps. City water inlet plus an outside shower with hot and cold water access. If we drop down, we can see the termination. I think this one has two. Yes, it does. So you'll see one termination right in here. A big thing I wanna point out, folks, is this. If you see your valves, notice how they go into the frame, right? They're not just hanging out here in a pipe. What does that mean? That means your valves are insulated. Why is that a big deal? We talked about cold weather camping, right? You wanna make sure not just your lines don't freeze up on you, but your valves too, because if your valve freezes, it's not gonna be a great thing, especially if it freezes open, right? But having those insulated will mean that your valves will continue to work. As we make our way up front a little bit further here again, this will be your secondary termination, and once again, you can see both the gray and black valves are tucked into that, into the frame. Because we have two bathrooms, have two terminations, that all makes sense. Two gray tanks, two black tanks, and to help make up for the lack of storage in the pass-through, you will see right underneath the bed, they give you some additional storage. And folks, this beautiful RV right here behind me, this great family RV is the 2021 SportTrek Touring Edition 343 VBH. If you fell in love and you're looking for price and availability, all you have to do is click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.